Mathieu Vanderpool says, I'm going to go for this. So difficult at 22% to get going again. Look at that, even if the chain's back on, it's an absolute nightmare. And so it is that Mathieu Vanderpool pushes on. Poor old Ivan Garcia has found himself in no man's land essentially, and that is Jorgensen that's trying to stay with him. This is getting very selective. Jorgensen's back wheels spinning up as well here on the mud and guts, I think you might say. What a horrible scenario, and plenty of others having to dismount as well. That's Matej Mohoric just takes his swings his leg off. If anybody is in front of you that gets into trouble, you are going to be as well, Robbie. Lose drive, you just got to pick it up and run.
Well, Quinn Simmons is going to try and slot into the slipstream of Tadej Pogačar. This is the steepest part of the second part of this climb.
This is dangerous for Remco Evenepoel as well if he's caught too far back.
Well, Tadej Pogačar, with still 100 kilometres and a little bit more to go, has decided to accelerate on the climb. It's Bagioli who's coming across the Italian. Quinn Simmons, with his 1970s retro moustache forward / beard, into the slipstream of Tadej Pogačar, who's opened up a lead here. This is fascinating stuff. The gap has come down by another 10 seconds. 1 minute and 29 seconds still to go. Tadej Pogačar, by the looks of things, Adam, has decided to take things into his own hands and rip this race apart. Tadej Pogačar all out of the saddle. This is his first initial punch. Vermaak straight into his slipstream. Pavel Sivakov of France is there behind. And look at the gaps now starting to open up. Simon Geschke just getting slightly detached here. Look at the gap.
It's Mathieu Vanderpool. It is Narvaez. Kung is there. Oh, and he's down. You can just see Wout van Aert losing grip, losing balance. Wout van Aert is down, and getting going from that again on the Paterberg is almost impossible.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take one monumental effort here for him to get back on there. What happened was Vanderpool came in, Van Aert was on the left-hand side, but Kung swung in front of him. Van Aert tried to go right to get around him, but just lost it on that bit. But Vanderpool.
This is a horrible hill. It's short, but it's steep. It is hellish. Lascano was out there with 7 seconds going on to it, and now Vanderpool is sailing away from him. Up the biggest gradient, his big rivals at the back. Contrasting fortunes for both of them, and the race now is on yet again. It's Paterberg advantage to Mathieu Vanderpool, and as we now go to the Quaremont, it's everything to do, and almost a miracle required for Wout van Aert.
See Remco Evenepoel going. Here we go. We waited for this moment. James Knox was at the end of his tether, Robbie, and we have liftoff. Season 2024 has liftoff for Remco Evenepoel. We waited for this moment. He is focused on the Tour de France this year, and the Belgian champion is going with some, what is this now? We've got 50k, 50 kilometres to go.
81 kilometres to go. Make a note of that number, because Tadej Pogačar, who went on a 50-kilometre solo raid 2 years ago, has taken off, and nobody can match his power. It's a long way to the finish here. And now Tadej Pogačar, while the cameras are away, has taken off, and this is just the first of 5 ascents up San Luca. Last week it was 100 k's out. This week they've waited. He's gone. Can they stay with him? Jorgensen is the man who's attempting to do that. But at the moment, Tadej Pogačar in full flight here in the first ascent of San Luca. And well, we've seen this film before, Matt Stevens.
What could you say? There's still a long way to go, but in the world of Tadej Pogačar, 37.5 k's, it's about 50 minutes, isn't it, on this sort of circuit? He's absolutely flying. The only rider that can anywhere near match him, or can't quite match him, is a couple of seconds off there, is the American Mathieu Jorgensen. But after that little foray, that almost like a little testing turn on the front from Remco Evenepoel, a slight flex I think it was, the world champion has gone clear. Wow, this is impressive. What is going to happen behind him? And Pogačar, well, He's taken things to his own hands and he's gone clear. What more can you say about this man?
What did they do? They awoke the beast.
Here we go, Jonas Vingegaard is off. We've waited for this moment at the start of the season. We have lift-off from Jonas Vingegaard, and who can go with him? Let's see. 1 year ago, we saw him shred this race to pieces across 2 road stages and then that incredible time trial at the very end of the race. And he started this one just how he left off last year. We saw him take off the rain jacket. It was like a waving of a white flag, ready to go, and he's off. And Jonas Vingegaard looked over his shoulder and gone again. It might just be that he needs the gradient, maybe, and it constantly changes. They're ever so slightly downhill, a bit of a false flat here. It might be that he needs a bit more of a consistent climb to make it count. 5k to go to the finish. Jonas Vingegaard, do you know, what a ride by Alex Molenaar, Ian. It is really impressive, this. Having been in that breakaway, just as I say it, he's lost about a bike length. The audacity to hang on, he's hung on as long as he can, and as soon as I pick it out, of course, it's just being dispatched. What a shame.
Vingegaard goes again.
Comes to the Worlds, and look at the effect of this. Micah just stamping on the pedals, and Pogačar's absolutely rock solid and with him, and the gaps are opening up already, Brian. This is significant. This is your move. And here we go. Pogačar's going now. He's going to fly the coop. Pogačar, 2 bike lengths, 3 bike lengths. It'll be 4 in a moment. Jorgensen staying with him, and just looking a little bit further back to see anybody else who's got the will. It's Alaphilippe who's trying to rock and roll with it, but Pogačar has flown, and this is further away than I thought. He takes it on this major peak, and he now wants to own the day, and by a significant margin. Well, we said it's been an awful long time before anyone had gone solo, and he's doing it again. Oh, look at that!
Here we go, talking of all in, Jonas Vingegaard's only gone and done it again. He's attacked them hard. There wasn't much of a lead out either. They've sat on and waited for Polti to do their thing, and we could be seeing an even more impressive attack than yesterday. Chasing after him, by the looks of it, that's not Carlos Rodriguez, that is Josh Tarling, if I'm not mistaken, going after him. How far have we got left of this climb? 1,400 metres. Jonas Vingegaard wasn't... that was a more impressive attack than yesterday, for sure. We can see the green jersey of Egan Bernal down there, in company of Kian Utebrooks. It was fascinating that maybe he'd caught out Ineos Grenadiers. The fact that we saw Josh Tarling going with him, there's something we wouldn't normally maybe expect to see in the mountains. This is a 3rd category climb, but it's another opportunity for Jonas Vingegaard, who has this wonderful record in this race from last year of winning every stage.
Lander, thank you very much. I'm away. And Tadej says, okay, well, watch this. Oh my goodness. He's in a brutal frame of mind, is Tadej Pogačar. That's 2 bike lengths. That's 3 bike lengths. That's 4 bike lengths. You get the idea. This is otherworldly, it seems. Tadej Pogačar, when he's in this kind of mood, well, just picking it. And why wouldn't you? 7.2 kilometres to go. It's 7 and 8% at the moment, and Lander doing a great job of just pacing himself into that gap. Tadej Pogačar hasn't issued the killer blow just yet, but Lander's the only man who can stand with him. And if there was a chance that indeed Vlasov could go with, he would have done. Tadej Pogačar is absolutely planted and owning this mountain as he did yesterday, Brian.
and I said, hang on, who can't hang on? Because he went again, and he's just dropped a bomb.
And again.
Landa there, Tiberi, he's on a good day. No,
Yeah.
I think that was good from Movistar. What they wanted to do is put the other GC contenders in a bit of trouble. But now, you know, there's nothing they can do about Pogačar. I think everybody says he's on a different level. Nothing you can do.
And they're doing so again right now. Tadej Pogačar has just stretched his lead, and this is a goodbye to everybody. Good night, Irene. He is on his way to another stage win by the looks of things. What on earth will be the gap overall by the end of the day? Don't be surprised if it's nudging up towards 4 minutes the way he's going, because it could be that others moderate their pace in order to have a bit of a kick at the end. You don't want to be isolated out there if you're anyone other than Tadej Pogačar. But who do you ride with? Who do you choose to shake hands with and count your fingers afterwards? Well, this man, one finger on the trigger, and he's pulled it, and away he goes. 29 kilometers from home, 2.4 to the top of this test, and he's equal to any test out there. He's passing them all with flying colours, Brian. There, and here goes Vingegaard. This is see ya time, and there's nobody can follow him. Well, we said this could be an action point, and so it is proving. They've got no option, really. It can't really work together when this is happening. It's every man for themselves, and Ben O'Connor's going to be the nearest man to him for the time being. Ayuso does not want to be fooled into engaging the chase. He's going to stay there. There's a few others that are going on to other people's wheels, acting as anchors. But Vingegaard has pressed go and gone. What a man.
And that's that, and here he goes, Tadej Pogačar with 35 kilometers to go, as he announced on La Redoute. Carapaz tried to follow. Healy can't quite do that. Here comes Skjelmoser looking back, and Mathieu van der Poel was a long way to try and react. Has he reacted? The answer is no.
There we go. It had to be. Jai Hindley picks it up, and it's Jonas Vingegaard who's the only man who can go with him. Vingegaard has pressed go, and Ayuso wants to be part of this. O'Connor cannot respond for Decathlon AG2R. He's leading that next group, as you can see. Kruiswijk on his back wheel, and Thomas Pidcock's looking behind, wanting a bit of an assist, and he's going to get one. Arensman has just started to pace him. Is it Pidcock's doing it himself? Vingegaard has a look behind. Now, this is the front of the race. Now it's time to go. Hammer down time, and Vingegaard says see ya. And the man who can stay with him is Ayuso. Jai Hindley re-accelerates, almost caught blindsided momentarily. He's so good at this, Vingegaard. He picks his moments, and it's a heartbreak one he can kick on and do it. And Ayuso can't follow, Hindley can't follow, and the elastic is just about to snap if it hasn't already. Ayuso looking at Hindley, asking for a turn. He can't offer it, and Vingegaard has gone. 6 kilometers. He's gone up towards the peak, and he is not going to stop. He wants this to be emphatic, just as it was yesterday, just as it will be in the future, and just as it is right now. What a guy.
Big attack, big push on the front here. You can see Mathieu van der Poel's chosen this uphill section. This is one of the longest sections of a forest track. He's gone on the attack, and Connor Swift has gone onto his wheels here. So the rider from Great Britain answering the attack. And a move from Van der Poel in the middle of the crowd. Van der Poel kicks, and Vermeersch has nothing. He has gone. He's opened up. It's opening up metre by metre. Look at the difference in pace. Van der Poel has done what Van der Poel does. He has kicked clear, and Florian Vermeersch doesn't have an answer.
Only his third race of the year, Adam. He's got to do it, get his training in, hasn't he? He's just building up again now, just gradually. Mathieu van der Poel, I mean, he needed a little rest after winning the World Cyclocross Champs for, what, the 5th or 6th time. He's a double world champion, let's not forget at the moment. And this is his third race of the year. It's not like those Tour Down Under riders who've got good racing in their legs. No, he's got to ease his way in. As you can see, he's taking it very steady.